if my wife
Wouldn't it?
passed and then haunted another man's house, like I would be upset. Like,
Yeah.
that's not. I
Dude,
mean,
yeah.
Like
I feel
haunt
like
me,
that
you
is
know what I'm
crossing the
saying?
line.
Haunt me.
haunt
do-
me.
But do you want that?
No,
Because it's like, I kind of
Don't
got
haunt
free
me.
reign now.
Listen.
The house is empty.
Welcome to Florida Mint on Florida Man with Josh Mills and Wayne McCarty, the podcast where Floridians discuss the legends and lore and crazy stories that always seem to take place in Florida.
Duh.
Hello, sir. Are you ready
Hello.
for more
Can I put a
scary
a
stuff?
caveat
Sure, go ahead.
on that last sentence we said?
Yeah,
We said Florida.
that's right.
Tonight's a little different. It's scary,
Mm-hmm.
which I
that's
hate.
Right. That's right.
But there are also going to be some stories from Maine.
I think branching out's important because
It is, yeah.
we've been doing this as long as we have, and not that there's a shortage of Florida stories. There's not.
No.
But I
Don't
think
embarrass yourself.
it's fair for Josh to have the opportunity to share hauntings and haunts from his surroundings. Isn't that also
Yeah,
fair?
as
I
a
feel
first
like?
year Mainer, I do feel entitled to share the entire history of Maine.
You'll go ahead and start from the beginning.
I started a while ago.
I'm going to pause you there. So if you're listening to our show for the first time, we typically do Florida news and then a little
Yes.
icebreaker and then some Florida history.
Yes.
But it's the spooky month of October, and so we like to get out of the gate with just spooky stories. We like to get out of the gate and just kind of get it over with if we can, if that makes sense.
If we can. But there's such a bump in listeners for October.
I know.
It's like, are more babies born, or what's the deal?
well, we're
They
eating
only
at
get
the
more ears.
we're eating at the teat of the
Huh.
spook tree in a way, because it's like we know we're
Well,
getting a boost
couple
from the
different
people who want the
things.
spooky,
Yeah.
and so we're now giving them what they're asking for. And if you
the
ask,
goose tree,
that's right.
the
That's what I
goose
said.
barnacle.
Yeah. But one of the recurring bits on our show is real. It's that Josh doesn't like the spooky.
Well,
and-
all right. Here's my stance here. Okay, I can say I don't believe, and I
Right.
don't.
right.
But I feel like if I take it like a really hard stance,
Mm.
like the big G word will come down and be like, I'm going to prove I'm real.
Yeah,
Ghosts.
that's gonna happen anyways, Buff. I mean, like your days are numbered, man. You and I will
Is
say
that a
this,
threat?
not from me.
Okay. Jesus, dude.
I'm trying to witness
This is why
to
I
you.
moved. This is
Yeah.
why I moved.
I know I'm
Your days are
forceful.
numbered.
I'm forceful with my faith, but I'm trying to get you saved. What I was gonna say was, the unique part about this the icebreaker tonight is that you are bringing the spooky. You're bringing a spooky story. I don't know if we've done that before. Where
No, but I thought like that's a way for me to just like power over the demon, dominate the demon.
you have to do that,
Yeah.
man. You got to bite the bullet and move forward. And I think we're gonna see that tonight. So,
Yes, we are.
yeah, after a little break, we're gonna come back and Josh is gonna have some spooky-ish.
Let's go. Hey, fellas.
Josh, what would you call that noise you made coming into this intro here?
Well, and our
And-
listeners, if they continue to listen, they'll know that I have to invent a new sound
That's right.
to be in the supper club that I'm trying to be in at work.
Yeah.
So that was me practicing, and I didn't know you hit the record button.
Yeah,
So that's
I-
a little bit embarrassing. for
I've
me.
never met somebody who worked so hard to be in a friend group.
Dude,
that-
I'm the
Well,
hardest.
it's an important. It's an important group.
It is. The supper
yeah.
club's a big deal.
It's separate. You know, Josh, have you seen what's that new movie we recently watched?
Point Break.
Wayne, the one with the one
Devil Wears Prada?
One battle after another.
That's another.
Luke's
that's the
never
one.
seen it. I saw
One
it.
battle after another. Josh,
Yeah.
have you
Okay.
seen this movie?
No, I don't like cowboy stuff.
I
Yeah.
see. I
Mhm.
see. Makes sense. What's the Christmas Club? The Sunday
The Christmas Adventurers Club.
Christmas Adventurers
Oh.
Club. Is that like this? You know, is Supper Club?
CAC.
Would you describe it as
Yeah.
Christmas Adventurers Club?
No, these guys they get together and then they just make fun of me. And
Yeah.
they go, if I join, then I won't be made fun of. The next person will be made fun of.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Interesting.
Right?
So
yeah, it's like a bullying group
like
for
hazing.
friends.
Well, that's how all of my friend groups were formed. It's like they made fun of me, and then they let me in, and
And
then
then
I got to
they
make
like
fun of
you.
other people.
Mm.
Yeah.
Towards the
It's
end
the
of it.
best part of friendship, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm also glad that you actually did not say that the Supper Club was like the Christmas Adventurers Club, because
Same.
that's a white nationalist group.
I agree.
I would
And
never, dude. I can smell out a white nationalist group.
oh, same, brother.
CAC within the initials CAC,
Yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
dude.
Get out
Yeah.
of here. So here's the thing, Josh. You said you had spooky stories, and I find that hard to believe
Yeah,
because
yeah,
you're
yeah,
so
yeah. No, I do.
anti-spook.
I am anti-spook, but I feel like if I speak it, I can own it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Speak
it
it
can't
and
bother
spook it.
me. Speak it. If I can speak it, spook it, and own it.
Okay, so
That's it.
speak it,
SSO.
spook it, and
SSO,
own it.
single
Go ahead.
sign on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this starts a pretty while ago.
Okay.
I mean, you guys know Maine is kind of old.
Crazy.
yes, one of the oldest states.
Crazy.
Yeah. So this is 1719.
Okay.
Colonel Jonathan Buck was born. He wasn't born colonel. It's a position that he acquired
Right.
after being in the Revolutionary War. He was
Okay.
a hero.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense.
He got married and he became a father of 9
Whoa.
from his wife, not just adopted.
How fast was that though?
Not too fast, at least 9 years,
Mm, that's good.
approximately, give or take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this man built sawmills, grist mills, which I'm not familiar with. It's probably a Maine thing. I haven't been up there yet.
Mhm.
And the and the general store. He would later be a founding father of this town, Bucksport.
Okay.
Bucksport.
Now, do all of like the names up in Maine sound made up? Is that something that you guys like?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Who votes on that?
You say yeah. Oh, it's a whole commission.
well, it's like
Yeah,
they
and they're
just
white.
combined an animal and an activity.
Oh, that's
well,
fun.
the guy's name
That's
is
fun.
just
Dog
Colonel
run,
Buck, so
Dog
yeah.
run. Bucksport.
Oh, dog run's beautiful this time of year. Actually.
cat jump. Yeah.
You get cat jump. Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
no,
yeah.
Nightmare
Yeah.
cesspool.
yeah.
So
Lion
this
swimmer,
guy, he basically
you know.
founds this town, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
So also, that's not why people know him. Because after founding the town, he became the justice of the peace, laying the pipe down.
Dude,
The pipe
Justice
of
of the
law,
Peace is
the
such a
law
great
pipe.
title. Like,
Dude,
That
I
is kind of
know.
crazy.
I
Yeah.
honestly I've never wanted something a little more than like my current title, which is
JOP.
podcaster. Yeah,
Yeah,
JOP.
of course.
But I think Justice
Justice
of the Peace is kind of sick.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
of course. Especially back then, because he was even over what they call hangings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Never heard of him.
yeah, one time, okay, I'll send you a link.
Cool.
One time,
Appreciate it.
Colonel Buck, he sentenced this woman, and before the execution, she looked at him in the
Okay.
eyes and she cursed him. She swore that after death, that she would dance on his grave
Jeez,
and she would
Louise.
mark it with a sign of vengeance.
Okay.
Well, and I just
Dude,
want to say,
Couple
I-
questions.
Yeah, I don't know
yeah,
what
yeah.
she's done or what she did to deserve this hanging,
Of course,
Uh,
of course, of course.
but I'm going to go ahead and side with her just because historically the justices of the peace made some bad calls when it comes to hanging folks. Can we say that? I mean, I think it's safe to side with
yeah,
her.
they didn't always hang the right ones.
Right. And
Jesse?
Jess had a question.
Yeah. First question was
Yeah.
if she's like significantly younger than him, then I guess it makes sense that she would
Oh,
have the opportunity to dance on his grave
To
because
dance on
he
his
would
grave,
die
yeah.
first, right?
ideally, yeah. She was also
and-
being hung at this
yeah.
part.
Yeah.
Well, it's
yeah.
under the assumption that because young people have tiny necks, and maybe she slips right through is what I
Sure.
think Jess is saying.
Yeah,
and then
because they don't. It's not a brand new rope for a brand new neck.
Well, and it's
they
there's-
reuse them.
there's the double jeopardy with hanging. So if you slip through the first time, they can't rehang you. I think is what the law
You
was.
grease
Yes.
up
back
the
then.
neck and you're
Yep.
good.
Right.
Yep.
Go
I've
ahead.
heard that.
That's why people with tiny skulls always seem to win in life. Yeah.
Agreed.
Totally.
Yep.
Totally
Yeah.
fine.
On that
So
much we agree.
Some whisper that she was the mistress with his child. Remember, he had 9 kids with one lady.
Dang.
He also had a mistress, maybe, and she might have had a
Maybe.
child. Yeah. But Colonel Buck, he charged her with witchcraft.
Yeah, that'll get
Dang
you killed,
it.
man. So if
Especially back then.
if you have relations with a
especially back
powerful
then.
man, and then
Yes.
you begot a child, and
Yeah.
I want to say you got 9 kids. What's a 10th? Who cares?
Mm.
But
Bingo, baby.
but I do think that's most of the people who were labeled as witches back in the day, they were just either
Probably just, yeah.
too outspoken or they knew too much. You know?
Bingo. Yeah. So about there was a granite memorial built by his descendants, not by his, family right then.
Right.
In 1852, 60 years after his death, there's this granite memorial built. It stands proud on the cold Main Street, is what I have written here.
Okay.
But sometime after the stone was placed, something strange appeared. A dark stain.
Mm.
It seems to be burned into the face of the granite. It can't be scrubbed away. The stain,
I get
its
those
shape,
sometime.
it appears to be a single leg pointing down,
Okay.
not straight down like you'd think like a ballerina on her toes, but downward,
Mm.
like how your legs would look if you were hung by the neck with a rope.
Yeah, I didn't picture the ballerina. I don't think
The
anybody did.
stain even remains today.
Oh, he's showing the picture. Oh my
Stop.
God, dude. Wow.
Dude, that's
Okay.
real life. Yeah.
What a pointy foot she had. I mean, that's
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Wait a
Because
second.
witch's shoes, witch's hat, they're all
Oh,
pointy.
true,
Everybody
true.
knows that.
And
That's the poem.
I saw above the leg there, it just said Buck. Like,
Yeah,
it didn't
Colonel
say,
Buck. Yeah, you've
Oh,
heard
okay,
it 3 times now.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I think
she literally danced on his grave, dude. Like that's
Crazy,
she prophesied it, man.
So this
Isn't
just
that
showed up.
wild?
this just showed up.
It
on
just
his
showed
grave.
up. It can't be scrubbed away.
Can't be scrubbed away.
Insane.
Yeah. And they say that when it rains, it gets darker. So that's just some
Well-
organic chemistry for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, thank you for sharing that.
Sounds
And-
like a sponge.
Mm.
Yeah, go daddy.
Now now
Scrub
that
daddy.
one that
Scrub
one
daddy.
that one didn't
Yeah.
scare me.
It
but
didn't scare you, no?
I'm fortified by faith, but I was
Good story,
I
though.
was curious with you though. Like, do you feel like that scared you? Is that something that? How would you rate that?
Well,
on
I'm
this-
not near the memorial, and I think I could even hug that granite, and nothing would happen to my body.
100%. I agree with that.
Yeah. So that
Um,
one didn't get me too bad. I think the word buck and it just being so close to that naughty word,
Yeah, but
that,
you said
that bothered me more.
you said you were going to start with like a soft story. So now we're
Yeah.
going to get the
Yeah.
the
I
scary.
start soft.
Now I'm
I get
excited.
Hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm hard.
That's right.
Cool. Let's
Yeah.
do it, man.
Just
It
as
started
cool.
with a sound,
Okay.
a slow, deliberate knocking.
Dang it. I hate this.
Oh my.
The year 1779. The
Okay.
place, a lonely coastal town
Of course.
named Franklin, Maine.
Yep.
Mm. God, so good.
The homeowner, Abner Blaisdell, he heard the knocking, and he would initially blame the gusts of wind coming off of Penobscot Bay,
Can I say?
but it
Can
was
I,
too rhythmic.
I want to pause you real fast. That's the sign of a weak man, a scared man, who pretends to not hear a knock on the door. Right?
Me every night.
That's frightful. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Weak in spirit, strong.
In legs.
So you're saying, Wayne, that
legs.
you would have gotten up at this point and checked the door?
Before the second knock even hit, when when the
Wow.
first knock hits, I'm
Boom, Wayne's
crossing
at the
the
door
room.
with a gun.
Yeah.
22
Yeah.
bolt action.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could
Grady
see that.
Judd
Yeah.
sent his regards and then
100%.
just blasted across the yard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that? What's that BB gun that you got that you use as home defense?
It's actually a water gun. I have a water gun.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah.
I did
But it's
put-
holy water or
I did
regular
put
water?
hot water in it. So
Nerf
that's why.
Hot
Super
water.
Blaster?
Huh?
Nerf Super
Yes.
Blaster?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Double
cool,
super
cool.
blaster.
Sponsored,
yeah,
by the way.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Awesome.
So the knocks, it was a little too rhythmic, a little too intentional,
That's right.
and
Right.
it seemed to come from the cellar. He would later tell people that when he finally had enough, he yelled down into the dark, "By the thunder and frost! What
Dang.
devilry is this?"
That's so bad, dude. I love that.
Yeah. The knock stopped, but Abner heard something else. A woman's voice. Not
That's not good.
whispering. Speaking calm, at a volume that somehow was understood that he could hear perfect enough.
I don't buy
And
that.
it said, "I'm Nellie Butler." That name, it meant something. Everyone in Franklin actually knew that name because she was young, newly dead, and
Dang it.
buried.
I
Yeah.
thought you were going to say newlywed, but
It's usually not said like that.
No, recently deceased. Yeah, that got
recently
me.
passed. Yeah.
Newly
Well,
dead
yeah,
chick.
because in Maine they
And-
talk different.
Of
You
course.
didn't
Yeah,
die
yeah, yeah.
newly dead.
Yeah,
so how did she
Yeah.
he knew that she had recently passed?
Yeah. They're neighbors.
Oh, okay.
Great
so she
question.
lived
Yeah,
next
yeah,
door.
yeah.
She lived
Yeah.
next
Yeah,
door.
she, but it's spaced out, so it's
Mm.
not like I can hit you with an egg, you know.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Right.
So she had married. She was newly dead, buried just months before, after a tragic childbirth. I could probably give you a hint on what happened during childbirth.
Yeah,
Mm.
kid crawled out the wrong way.
She died.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the baby died too, I think.
Okay,
Okay.
geez, Louise, dude.
Okay, sorry. Should I let that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
That is an unnecessary detail as far as we know
Okay,
so far.
just months before her tragic childbirth.
Good Lord.
Do you want to guess how it's tragic or no?
No.
Okay, the baby died, and
Are her,
she,
pa-
Yeah,
are
yeah,
her
yeah,
parents
yeah.
alive?
I can't talk about it.
Okay, go
Her
ahead.
husband, Captain George Butler, he was still in mourning. That's how recent this was.
Yeah, dude.
Of course.
But now she's back. Well, at least her voice is back. And not in her own home,
Yeah.
but in her neighbor's cellar.
It
How'd
would,
she get there though?
that would piss me off, man. If my wife
Wouldn't it?
passed and then haunted another man's house, like I would be upset. Like, that's
Yeah.
not. I
Dude,
mean,
yeah,
like
I feel
haunt
like
me,
that
you
is
know what I'm
crossing the
saying?
line.
Haunt me.
Haunt me.
But do you want that?
No.
Because
Yeah,
it's like,
I
I
mean,
kind of
don't
got free
haunt
reign
me.
now.
Listen.
The house is empty.
Yeah, haunt my
if,
neighbor.
If you
instead.
can't haunt me, you can't haunt anyone. That's what
You
I'm
can't
saying.
haunt anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's
So,
settled.
yeah, the whole town would actually come to hear it for themselves. Remember, this is back in 1779 when they didn't have anything else to do.
Dude, there's nothing to do in Maine. Like, I mean, they literally like
What?
they go. My cellar's making noises. Invite the whole town over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to hear this.
Yeah.
Half
So
the
at
town
first,
worked at the
obviously,
grist mill.
at the grist mill, whatever the heck that is. At first, there was disbelief, and then came awe,
Yeah.
and then came fear.
Come
Yeah.
on. Right.
The voice claimed to be angelic.
Fear not.
It's sent to warn, to preach, to cleanse the sin of the living.
Mm.
It spoke scripture one night, scolded town gossip the next. People would crowd the Abner's home, listening through cracks in the floor. And by the spring, and over 100 swore under oath that they had heard or seen her.
Can you imagine living in like Pilgrim days where it's like,
Yeah.
you participate in something like this, and then like a judge calls you forward and is like, swear
Yeah.
Yeah,
that you
put your
heard
name
this.
down.
Yeah.
You know the nervousness you would have, like.
Dude,
Yeah.
dude.
You feel like the president getting sworn in.
Oh, dude, we talk so
Oh,
much
yeah.
crap on this show. I couldn't imagine being held accountable for it. You know what I mean? Like
Oh my
Yeah.
in
God,
front of
please don't.
in front of a magistrate.
Goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They would
probably in
hate
a
social
wig.
media. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure,
Ugh,
dude.
woof.
They wouldn't know what
Yeah.
to do with it.
No.
I mean, we don't.
So some had seen her. They describe a pale figure in white,
Mm.
glowing faintly, appearing at the edge of lamplight.
I
But
do
this
like a pale
ghost,
girl.
it didn't come back just to preach, right? It came back with a demand.
Mm.
It's demand Captain Butler, her ex. Well, I guess it's still an ex, right? If she
Yeah,
passed.
for sure. Until he remarries.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's specifically that. Captain Butler, she demanded Captain Butler marry Abner Blaisdell's daughter, Lydia.
Okay, that's
Yeah, the
suspicious.
connections here are very curious.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, Lydia, she was 15 at the time. But back then, I think it's different in how they counted.
Mm.
I don't know. The town recoiled, luckily. But the voice would not stop. It followed them night after night through the cellar and through the walls with threats and pleas and saying it's God's will. And finally, Captain Butler, he broke.
Yeah,
He's
it sounds like a
"Fine."
Christian college. It's God's will
Yeah.
that we're together.
Yeah, man.
In May
Spring
of
by spring, baby.
1800, I think we're approximately 11 years.
It's been
So
going on
add
for
11
11 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
That's a long
Move
time.
on,
Yeah,
That's
dude.
a long
In May of
Move on.
1800, under pressure from the town that had lost its reason,
Of course.
George Butler married Lydia
Okay,
after his
finally.
dead wife. Lydia, who the dead wife had chosen for him.
right.
Yeah.
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 For weeks, it was quiet. No more knocking. Right, like you do the devil's work, and he's happy. That's what I
100%.
say.
That's right.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a few weeks it was quiet, no knocking, no voice, and then Nellie came back.
Why though?
And this time she didn't have a demand, but she had a prophecy. She said, "Be kind to your wife. She will not be with you long. She will bear one child, and then she will die."
Oh my
It,
goodness.
it's just a cycle.
10 months later, Lydia gave birth. The baby lived only hours. Sorry, guys. Lydia followed hours after that. They both passed.
No
Yeah.
way.
That was the end. The voice never returned. The cellar went quiet. So there's some positives here. The townspeople tried to move on, but of course the story was spread because of the oaths that were taken, letters, sermons, and that is actually the first haunting ever recorded in American history.
No way,
Maine.
dude. In
Yes.
Maine.
That's crazy.
In Maine, yeah.
So I just don't
And
get
real.
what her obsession was with this guy.
Great question.
Her
like-
ex-husband.
No. The neighbor, the guy, the house.
Lydia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why show up in the neighbor? That's a great question.
Why show up in the neighbor's house and then
Yeah.
choose to do that to
Abner.
his daughter?
Yeah, Blaisdell.
Yeah, yeah.
I
They
don't
may not have
know.
had a cellar, perhaps, and that was the issue. She needed a
Oh
proper
yeah,
place to
because
haunt.
if you're 6
Fair.
feet down, you can only move laterally.
Oh, true. I forgot about that actually. So that
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
okay. So
6 feet down, that goes to cellar.
what
don't
if it was
have
like
a
a
cellar-
long con? Like she wanted, like, she really didn't like this woman, the daughter of Abner
Lydia.
or whatever, Lydia, and the prank was really on her. Like, it was like a long
Oh,
con. of,
Marry this dude. Yeah.
marry this dude. He's got like a broken seed. You know what I mean? It's not going to end well. If
Yeah.
that makes sense,
Yeah.
right?
Or
Oh, it kills
could be-
women. His seed kills women.
Yeah. Or maybe she had an issue with her husband, and
Some
she
say it
wanted
was
to-
Lydia all along.
She wanted to put him through that situation that she was in again.
Hmm.
Well, okay, yes, I agree. And then
Make him
Josh,
kill 2 women.
but Josh
with
said-
his penis.
yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
dude, it's a diabolical scheme, but yeah,
and it's
I hate it
happened to
too.
some folks. But I just want to say this. So Lydia, that's a great maybe conspiracy theory that Josh just floated, which was perhaps the second wife was the one who made up the ghost all along
Oh,
in order to
interesting.
get him
Yeah.
into a relationship. Chicks have done crazier things, and so have boys have done crazier things. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's
Name
not that
one
far fetched.
or 2.
I don't know, 9/11 for starters.
Dude, yeah,
I mean,
know.
Yeah.
that is wild.
yeah, and then just Halloween of '79, I think, is a one that people always go back to, and so I
Scary,
think that
1779.
Yep.
Mhm.
Up in
Uh,
Maine.
Dude, I'm proud of you, Josh. This is the first
That was
icebreaker I
tough
think
for
where you
me.
brought like a scary and from the heart,
Yeah.
dude. Like you brought like a genuinely scary story.
I
both
kind of
them.
did like a little voice acting thing. I've been taking this class.
Well, I could tell by the
So,
knocks. I could tell by the when you opened up.
The
with,
knocks
like,
are solid, right?
you transported me to the
Yeah.
to
I
the
tested
cellar.
the wood before, and I was like, "This is hard enough."
Well, you don't want to punch through it. I mean,
True.
you don't want to.
No.
You got to be careful with
This is
that kind of
solid.
stuff,
Yeah.
especially
Solid
when you've
desk.
been hitting the gym like you have, you know?
My man, thank you.
Absolutely.
You can tell. This
Absolutely.
Yeah, you look
Yeah.
good, dude. All right, so I said something recently to Josh on the phone, and I'm prefacing this for Jesse. I said, "This is the scariest story I've ever shared on our show."
Well, you said it to me through the phone, but not on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Via text.
Via
Yeah.
text, SMS text messages.
Yeah.
I sent it
Yes.
to Josh, and I said, "This is the scariest story I think I've the story that
Yeah.
scared me the most."
Right.
Yeah.
And
so,
so
what I've done, I've got a Quran,
Yes.
a Torah, and a Christian Bible.
Okay, that's good.
Well,
That's-
not anymore.
You're gonna need all
but
three.
I have, yeah.
all three
I'm in the
Abrahamic
middle of
religions.
them.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I will say this: this was first submitted to our show in year one,
It's been a
Oof.
while.
and it was submitted a bunch of times in year 3 years ago in year 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
This was submitted a bunch of times, and
Trump's
the reason
first.
why I didn't, the reason why I didn't cover it is because,
Too scary.
well, it's a first-person POV, and it was too long
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah.
But it was
Nice.
also there was not like a Florida connection, and this was really before we were like making like a little leeway for a spooky month where we could talk about whatever we wanted
Right.
to.
Right.
Yeah. Because our audience was still growing.
We were growing.
We were still growing, yeah, spiritually,
We
and
were
emotionally.
figuring it
yeah.
out,
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
So this
Things were-
story is the story of a husband. This is the story of a husband whose wife
Oh.
begins acting slightly different,
Yes.
I've been a husband, and she did act different, and then we
and
divorced.
it was my sister, and then she left him.
But they're both happy. I
well,
think the
it was
listeners should know
mutual.
now.
I mean, there's no loser
Yeah.
at the end of the
No, there
day.
wasn't.
Yeah,
They're both still very
that's-
good
that's
friends.
correct.
They're
That's
both great
correct.
people.
We're winners.
Yep.
Now, this is a story of Peaky Lynn. First name Peaky, last name Lynn.
Lynn. Picky Lynn.
Her first name is
I
actually
thought
Lynn.
that name was out of style.
No, her first name is Lynn, but she peeks at stuff. That's what I'm gonna give you a little teaser.
Oh, I see. So
Oh,
peaky
right.
is
Peeping
the
Tom
adjective.
is-
Peaky is her
peeping-
action.
Okay,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
Peeping Tom. Peeping isn't the first name.
Peaky Lynn.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so here this husband says this, and again, by the way, a lot of people love this story, so I hope it translates well.
Oof,
But
God.
okay, so
Woof.
this guy says, my wife Lynn and I have been together for 6 years and married for 11 months.
Mm.
Our
Can't
entire
pause you right there.
Go ahead.
Okay, is this the story, or is this the story that people love?
This is the story.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
So
this
people
is
sent you this story
a
to
lot
read.
of times, and this is
Okay,
the first
okay.
time I've
I
ever
thought you were
gone-
reading the email that says me and my wife.
Oh no.
Well,
This is
and
the
then
story.
you were going to tell the story.
This
Okay.
is the story begins now.
Okay.
My wife Lynn and I have been together for 6 years, married for 11 months. Our entire history together has been very normal, and never once have I noticed any weird behaviors or red flags. So just opening up and saying,
Okay. All right.
this is
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
where we are.
I'm a little worried already.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Wow.
He says Lynn is very kind and intelligent. She's always been the no nonsense type of person.
Hate that.
And he says like she being childish or trying to scare me is not something she would ever do. Okay, so he's just kind of
She's
setting
not
the
a
bar.
prankster.
She's not
She's
a prankster.
straight shooter.
Yeah.
Yes. He says here she doesn't even like watching horror movies. He said,
Well, I don't like watching horror.
Yeah, I get that. That makes sense.
well, he says when we first started dating, she agreed to watch The Shining with me because she knew how much I loved it.
Sure.
She was so scared that she didn't make it through halfway through the movie before she asked to turn it off. It's just not in her character. Is the tone he's setting?
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that?
that is
Well,
a
it's
Disney
nice
movie,
the
though.
environment.
I mean,
yeah. Is it? The Shining is Disney?
Maybe.
I don't know who produced it, but it's,
I think it's owned by Disney now.
yeah. Disney bought The
well,
Shining.
everything is,
We can announce that here. I think.
Okay, we bought it.
Luke shook his head. No, it's not true. Anyways, it's out of character, for her to do this stuff, right? So,
Yeah, to do pranks.
he
Like
says-
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
right, yes, he says 2
Yeah.
months ago. He says 2 months ago, I was in the kitchen making myself coffee before work, and I was
Mhm.
running a bit late. And
I
that
do that.
morning, I knew I wasn't going to make it to like the coffee shop to get my normal, whatever.
I do that too.
And he says, I took a sip of coffee as I hurried down the hallway to the front door when I happened to notice my wife, Lynn, peeking at me from around the
Oh.
corner ahead of me.
Hmm.
He said, I could only see her eyes and a
Ahead
strand-
of me.
Yes.
Oh,
So she's
don't
at
like
the end
that.
of the hall,
She
peeking
knew
around
she
the
was about
corner.
to, or he was about to come over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, I could only see
Ugh.
her head sticking out from around the corner. And he says that her long dark hair was kind of hanging in her face. The rest of
Ew.
her body was concealed behind the corner.
Not good.
So he
Okay.
says he nearly spills his coffee, and he says
Yeah,
to
for
her like
sure.
he says like, "Geez, like what do you like
What the
like
F?
yeah like what do you
Totally,
like?" And he
totally.
says
Dude, yeah.
you scared the ish out of me is what he says.
Yeah.
Oh,
I agree.
He cursed at her.
Wow.
He cursed at
It's a
his
little
wife,
aggressive.
his
Yeah.
beloved. Yeah.
I agree.
And-
with
I
it.
mean, I've
Rightfully
been
so.
through that, but it's usually like with my spouse after a year of marriage, and then they're trying to peek at me between when I'm in the shower and when I grab the towel.
We'll get there.
Okay. Yes. So these guys are 11 months into marriage, but they've known each other for 6 years.
No,
at
but
this
it's
point.
marriage. That's where it
Well,
starts.
and he doesn't
1
clarify
year in.
whether or not they were living in sin. So it's possible that like the 11 months is like the only experience he had in a home with her.
Totally.
Oh,
Uh,
okay, yeah.
so-
And
We'll,
so-
we'll give them
hide
the
stuff.
benefit of the doubt.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she peeks out at him around the corner. It
Dude,
scares
that's the worst.
it scares him.
Damn.
And he says it was just really
It's
weird.
not April 1st, or
No,
it's
he
not
says
like
it-
prank month.
No,
It's gotta be October.
weird and out of character, he
Okay,
says.
okay.
And he calls her a weirdo. He shuts the door.
Well,
he
that's
hears her laughing inside as he shuts the door to
Oh.
go to work.
Yeah.
He says her behavior is a bit odd, but he says here, I'm not going to call a priest over it, he says. You know
Well,
what I mean?
what age? Because 25 is when schizophrenia is kind of.
Here's the thing. She was 24.
Oh,
Ripe age, man.
So, and schizophrenia is a bit
That's
of a
usually my
loose
dating
diagnosis. Yes, that's where you typically start them.
24 to 26.
Yeah, those are the prime time. Josh calls it. And he would actually go. Josh,
1926.
sidebar,
1926.
sidebar. Josh would go up to girls in a bar and go prime time before he would
Dad
ask
go,
them on
what's
it.
on your face?
Yeah, what is that on your face?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That's
so
cool,
that's an
man.
inside
That's
joke.
cool.
Long-time
Yeah.
listeners.
I love it.
So he says here the next incident happened 4 days later. It was around 2 a.m. He said, I had
Oh,
woken
God.
up to get a drink and I was standing
Devil's
at the kitchen
hour.
island. He's standing at the kitchen island.
Rich.
He said, the jug of orange juice in his hand when he feels a strong feeling that he's being watched. He feels like he's being watched.
That's the
It's
worst.
weird humans can sense that.
I hate
Yes.
that
It's
feeling.
true.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, for whatever reason, he looks down at the floor and he
No.
sees his wife smiling
Nope,
back
nope,
at
nope,
him,
Nope.
peeking out from under kind of the counter of the island. So she's laying on the floor.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Only her
Hate it
forehead and
already.
eyeballs are peeking out from under the island. And
Dude,
he
what is
looks
she
down
doing?
at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
What is she doing? How's she so smooth? Is she wearing silk?
Perhaps.
How does he
Ooh.
not hear her like walk
Silk,
into the
dude.
kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of, and I don't want to make assumptions about her
Yeah.
country of origin, but some folks are sneakier than others. She's maybe just like
Yeah.
able to go
If
sneak
you've
around.
ever played Metal Gear Solid and you have to order the silk suit so you can sneak around.
Totally.
He knows.
Totally.
He knows that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So he looks down and his wife is grinning at him like a Cheshire cat.
hate
he
it,
says.
dude.
That's messed
I
up,
would-
bro.
It would be so hard not to kick her in the head.
Of
Dude,
course.
And
Drop
Yeah.
the orange juice.
He says that he
Yes.
screamed, not out of irritation, but fear. He was like, look, this frightened me.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
it's
I don't
rude.
scream.
He says, this part got me. He said, at the sound of my scream, my wife Lynn scuttled backwards out of view.
No,
but he said, I
we
could
don't scuttle.
Absolutely
Humans
not.
don't scuttle.
He said,
No.
he said, I could hear her hands and feet smacking on the tile floor
Oh my
That's
god!
as she
so
hurried
bad.
down
That's
the
disgusting.
hallway on all fours.
That's
Uh-uh.
disgusting.
Nope.
Divorce. I'm signing the papers that day,
I would be gone.
Okay.
dude. I don't care how funny she is.
He says it.
Pretty.
He says, I didn't run after her, obviously, brother.
Yeah.
He says
Well,
it
you're
took me.
going to the same place, probably the
Yeah.
bedroom.
He says,
I would be terrified to go to that bedroom.
dude, well, he says
Yeah.
it took me longer than I like to admit to go back upstairs. Eventually, he did. He says,
Oh,
Lynn,
upstairs
when he
too,
when he
gross.
goes upstairs to her bedroom, to their bedroom, he said Lynn was already on her side, asleep in bed, facing away from him.
Nope.
He said it
That's
crossed
how I
my.
prefer my
He's,
partners.
he said it crossed my mind. Was
Yeah.
she pretending to be asleep? Is she? I mean, she
Was
just
she snoring?
at 2 a.m. She just popped out from under the kitchen island, and then all
Well,
fours
obviously, it's impossible
slapped
to fall
her way
asleep
back
after,
to the bedroom.
after scuttling yourself upstairs.
Right.
Because
That's,
that's what I
yeah.
hate about houses that are 2 levels. Stairs always wake you up.
100%.
True.
And so he says it took me longer, to get into bed than I want to admit.
No,
or
you
whatever,
should have
'cause
slept in the
was,
car.
He was frightened. Yes. He says that her breathing was soft and deep, and he was starting to wonder if he had dreamt the whole thing because she was clearly asleep.
Fair enough.
Can I add a point
Whoa.
that I think it's
okay,
actually
that's good.
it's actually crazier for her to go upstairs after that and fall right back to sleep than it is for her to like not
Okay.
be awake. I think to wake up at 2 a.m. to scare your husband, to all
Yeah.
fours retreat back upstairs, and then to go
Okay.
back asleep before he's up there, to me is crazier than like waiting up and saying,
Well,
wasn't that
some
funny?
people are, and Jess is in shape,
Totally.
so he wouldn't know this because
Right.
he's a specimen, you know?
Yeah,
But
soccer
some people
player.
are so out of shape that, 2 flights of stairs cooked.
Oh, it'll kill you. Oh yeah, 100%,
Yeah.
dude.
So they could be going to sleep forever or just until the morning.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
No, I think
Well,
he's-
Wayne, you're also giving her a lot of credit. Like we're assuming here that she is just playing a prank.
Female.
yeah.
You know, that she scuttled down or ran down,
Oh.
snuck down, and then scuttled back.
She
Like,
slid down.
that's
clearly,
messed up, first of all.
on that silk.
Well, and
But clearly, if she's gone back up there and she's back to sleep, I'm like, that was not her. This is
Oh.
something else.
okay, that's a great point. That's
Maybe
Ooh,
it
I
was
like
her
that.
in
Yeah,
her
yeah.
body, but
Yeah.
you know,
like a
You
skinwalker.
said she slapped all fours tile. They have tile stairs.
Well, they have so she retreated on all fours, and he could hear her
Yeah.
feet and hands slapping as she
God, I
galloped
hate that,
back
dude.
to
That's gross.
absolutely not.
where she was going. So
Yeah.
he says the next morning I waited for her to come down for coffee. After handing her a mug and a kiss on the
I
cheek.
had given her the orange juice.
Well, he
So
says,
you remember this?
Yeah.
See if it popped up.
He
yeah.
said after kissing her on the cheek, he decides to ask her about it. He says, "Hey, what was up about last night? Like,
Yeah.
what was that about?" And he says
Yeah.
that she frowned over a cup of coffee, and she shakes her head as if she doesn't know what he's talking about.
Dude, there's so many things that I would take.
This
That's
is
just being funny.
crazy, man.
Uh,
Or just being romantic. There's so many things that I would rather hear than
Well, he-
I don't know what
she's
you're
just
talking about.
yeah, she's gaslighting him.
He
at this
said,
point.
"Yeah, he said you were peeking at me from like under the kitchen island," and he points over to where it
Yeah.
happened.
There's a body shape of dust.
Yes, and he said she followed my gaze.
a dark stain.
Well, he said
Yeah.
when she
Oh,
when,
no.
when she looked back at him, she burst out laughing, and then he couldn't help but to laugh as well, and just be,
That's
"Oh,
why laugh tracks work,
It's
yeah.
a joke, yeah, like it's a whatever." And he says to her, he says, "Sometimes you creep me out, you know that." And she replied and said to him, "It's okay, you creep me out all the time, so I guess we're even."
Whoa.
Well,
that's-
okay. That type of back
I
and
don't like
forth,
that.
that's not fair.
The cracks begin to show.
Yeah, I
in,
mean,
in the
yeah.
relationship, I think.
Well, it's always the first 11 months where you really see the true character.
if you can make it through the first 11 months, the rest is
Yeah.
smooth sailing. I mean, Sarah and I haven't had a problem in 19 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
yeah, but that first year,
that first
she's pretty
year,
prank heavy.
she would prank the tar out of me, dude. Just like
Dude, yeah.
hopping around the house on all fours. But he says we said our goodbyes and he left for work. And he kind of rationalized it and said, perhaps she's just joining me in my love of horror. Maybe she's trying to
right.
she's
right.
trying to be
Okay.
more.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you
That's
know,
cool. That's cool.
like what
I'm
I might-
interested in
whatever.
your interests. Yeah.
He says here's the thing. He says I started seeing her peeking at me more and more.
Yeah, dude, no.
He said
No.
sometimes
Mm.
sometimes she'd be peeking out from behind a couch or living room curtains. He says
Yeah.
once.
No.
He says once she managed to get inside her grandmother's old trunk that sits at the foot of our bed. He said that he would not have even known that she was in there had the hinges not creaked when she opened it.
Dude, she's the worst at peeking.
Yeah, I know.
Why is she so bad?
I know. But I think
I
that's
mean,
what
it is confirmation
it's what
bias,
makes
so he
it
only
s-
knows when he sees her.
Yes.
He sees
Well,
her.
okay, I'm glad you brought that up because it's scarier when he doesn't know that she's peeking at him. I
Yeah,
think
dude.
that's the problem.
Like he's
That-
getting
yeah,
an oil
yeah,
change
yeah.
and she's
For-
there.
For every time he's caught her, there's probably 3 or 4 he didn't catch her. And
So
so,
he's
Okay.
just thinking about that all day long.
right.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Biblically-
Justin Wayne, you know this about me. I love an infatuated woman.
Come on, you
Yeah,
do.
fair
you
enough,
do.
dude.
Yeah. But
Our
this,
fans
I
know that
think,
about
would be-
you.
This, I think, would be like over.
Oh,
Peeking
this
You're
at
is,
saying
me-
this would be too much for you.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
the peeking at me around the drapes.
yeah.
Because it's like, we bought those drapes together.
Also,
like,
I see your body
If
shape
anybody was
behind
going to
the
hide
drapes.
behind them, it'd be
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
You
Are
know?
these like, blackout drapes or are these like see-through,
No, these are floral.
Yeah,
Floral,
that's how I
okay,
imagine it
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also the drapes are
semi-transparent.
the drapes are like a Looney Tune place to hide because you can see your whole body. So I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
that's a little bit of a,
Especially, yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so he basically says, this is I love
Stop
this quote.
doing that.
He says, he couldn't understand why she was doing it. He was starting to feel disturbed. He was hoping that she would just get tired of it quickly. So he began to ignore
Yeah.
it. And he said, whenever he
Oh.
started to ignore it, he says, my wife Lynn did not peek at me for the next 2 weeks. He started to
Oh.
think that she was done with this weird prank. He said, but one
Okay.
night while they were watching Netflix, he said to her, I see
Oh,
that you've
God.
given up on your spy game. To
Oh.
which she replied, I've just gotten better at it.
Oh, shoot.
Oh my God.
I
what
knew it.
the heck? Okay.
Yep. So,
Okay.
Okay.
he
okay,
just,
okay, cool,
she
cool,
has
cool.
kept speaking, but he has not caught
Okay.
her.
All right.
Yes.
It's a kink, right? Like,
Okay,
I
so
can't say I'm against it.
I
now.
don't know,
like, if
dude.
she's just
I-
like, it's my thing.
if-
I'm uncomfortable.
yeah, if your partner
Yeah.
says I've got a sneaky scare kink where I scare you all the time and that does it for
Well,
me.
I don't like
No
that.
thanks.
No, I don't like
Yeah,
being scared,
I think
obviously.
No.
I think there's a level of learning you can do if your partner's into something, but then you have to draw
Agreed.
the line as self-respect somewhere where you
Agreed.
go like,
Yeah.
All right.
I
how
mean,
about this?
my wife
if I'm
likes
the
to scare
counselor-
me,
yes,
Yeah, she does.
but
Chelsea
she
does.
also knows that
Sorry.
I don't like to be scared.
100%.
So,
So
then
she'll-
why does
she'll-
she like that?
She just likes it. I don't know. She sprinkles it in every once in a while.
yeah,
Keeps-
born
keeps-
into sin, you
you
know,
know.
all of
Oh,
us. So I mean,
gotcha.
yeah, and she's gonna love hearing when she listens back to this.
She won't.
Yeah.
So true. Okay, so he says here, he says, for the next few days, I couldn't stop thinking about what she said. Maybe I've just gotten better.
Also,
at
if
it.
if I am like a therapist for this couple, I go, you can sneak 6:30 to 8:30.
Fair. Yeah.
After that,
true.
no sneaking.
That's
no
the
sneaking.
sneak time. That's the sneak
Yeah.
time. Get it
Yep.
out of your system.
When Full House and Family Matters is on. You
Yeah.
can sneak.
We're just managing expectations.
100%.
Yes,
and,
yes,
and that's
yes,
what
yes.
that's
Don't
right.
have them. Is
That's
the best
right.
idea.
Don't have uncommunicated expectations. You know what I mean? Like you got
Oh
to.
wow, I like that.
put that
Preach,
out there.
dude.
And
That's a
so-
good podcast.
Should we just pivot this episode?
You know
into-
what,
We
guys?
may, dude. I could
every
use
head,
some
every head
counseling.
bowed, every eye closed.
Let's do
Uh,
it.
No, well, we're not there.
Okay. So
You're not going to lead me down Romans Road after saying one wise
I
thing.
almost got
All
you.
right, we'll
I almost got
go
you.
down Corinthians Red.
All right. So he says here that I started to feel paranoid. I was constantly checking around every
Yeah,
corner,
dude.
behind every door. I was jumpy when my
Not
wife
cool.
was home. I felt stupid and crazy, he said.
Of course.
He said,
No, that's real.
a few
that's
weeks go
expected.
by without incidents. Okay. He begins to relax. He says, I stopped checking behind furniture. And he says, then
Jesus, dude.
Now,
Stop
keep in
giving
mind-
her hiding spots.
keep in mind, he's writing this in. He's writing this
Yeah.
story years ago. So this isn't current. This is an old story. Okay.
yeah.
But he says here, then a few days ago, he says, things got much worse.
Oh, much
he
worse
says-
than okay.
He says, Lynn left to go to her friend's house, and I lounged on the couch and I played some video games.
I don't like where this
Oh,
is going.
What do you think he played? Red
Call of Duty, Red Dead,
Yeah,
probably.
he feels like a Call of
Yeah, he's
Duty
playing
guy.
with his bros.
Yeah, yeah. He says around 9 p.m., he says, I hopped in the shower,
Mm-mm.
and as I
Dude.
was washing the soap from my hair,
This is messed up.
He
Well, you don't
said-
put soap in your hair, so
he
that's
said,
first.
I felt this awful feeling. He says, I felt this awful feeling that I was being watched.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
He said, I slowly opened my eyes to see that Lynn was peeking
No.
from behind the shower curtain, her entire head soaking wet,
Gross.
in the shower, just waiting for him to open his eyes.
Ugh.
He said her long hair had was hanging in her face. He said the most disturbing part was that her mouth hung open in a terrible grin. He said her eyes were wide as if she hadn't blinked in forever. And when he screamed,
well, she's seeing his naked body.
Right. So he said when he screamed and jumped back against the wall, she didn't move. She stayed there. Her smile didn't waver. Now the hair in the water in the shower, that's this equal rights, equal lefts. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't you don't get to surprise me in the shower and not get
a whopping,
a Wally clop. You know what I mean?
But I feel like I would hear the sound difference if it's me, because I can tell, like when I listen to people in the shower, I can tell when they're washing their hair. Rule 1.
Oh yeah, or washing the nether regions. You can tell. Like,
And so if I hear like, oh, another head has entered the shower, the drip,
the space shifts. Different. That's right. The energy shifts.
Yeah, Jess, you know what I'm talking about.
That's right.
He gets it. So his showers are maybe 2.5 minutes. You get my drift. So he's not in long enough to be scared.
Not a lot of body to wash.
I don't have a lot of work to do in there. You know what I'm saying?
I know, dude.
No.
165 max.
Yeah.
Dude, I know.
Josh can spot
I know
him.
my men.
Yeah. He knows how much a boy weighs. He really does.
Try somebody else.
Yeah, he's I could bench press that, he says.
I believe it.
Here's the thing. I need you guys to lock in here. This part gets me, okay?
God, it's hard though. I have to make jokes.
I know. So
she's
she's in the shower. He jumps back. Her head's in the shower. She jumps back. He jumps back.
Yeah.
He says she doesn't move, right? He says we stand like that for a few seconds, neither of us saying a word. He says
probably feels like forever.
Right.
Well,
Finally,
he's nude. That's always the weakest spot to be.
Yes. He says slowly she pulls her head back out of the shower. He says, I watched her blurry figure through the shower curtain move backwards towards the bathroom door. He says a second later, the bathroom door the bathroom door slams shut hard enough to rattle the bathroom mirror. He says,
oh my gosh,
that made me jump again. But then he gets out of the shower and he locks the bathroom door. Because he's like,
still nude.
She's crossed the line. Yes. So and it says here that he's I won't say that. But he says it says Gentiles. All it says. But
yeah, circumcised.
I don't know what that means. Yeah. But so he locks the locks the bathroom
door.
door.
Where autism comes from.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That and Tylenol. So he locks the bathroom door.
He beat me to it.
And now he's trying to gather his senses. He's going. This has gone too far.
The bathroom door is probably one of the weakest doors in the house.
Yes. She slams the bathroom door. Hollow. And he locks the bathroom door, right? Okay.
Yeah.
He says, while he's gathering himself, he's pacing back and forth in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He hears a muffled sound.
This wife is supposed to be out of town, or is out of town.
Supposedly, she's supposed to be gone at a friend's house.
Okay.
And this happens, okay? So he hears a muffled sound. He says, I press my ear against the bathroom door.
Okay.
Bad idea, brother.
He says, I'm straining to listen. And he said, I couldn't hear anything, but I envisioned my wife standing on the other side with that look, with that that terrifying look in the shower.
Oh gosh, yeah, because it didn't change.
Right, and so he says he's like, he waits in the bathroom for nearly an hour. Okay, he's hiding in the bathroom.
Dude, nothing could get me out of that.
With the door
locked.
locked.
Firefighters.
And he said
100%. I'd be calling. I mean, I wonder if he had his phone.
My phone's
there
with me wherever I am. Shower.
Well, he says here, he says that he starts to get angry now. He's starting to feel a surge of anger and going, I'm being disrespected.
I'm a man.
This sucks. Yeah. And so he yells at her through the door,
Oh man.
What the frick? He's like, this is getting annoying. He says, I waited for her to apologize, call me a jerk, anything. He says, instead, all I hear is a faint moan. He says, it's so quiet. I wondered if I heard it at all.
I'll starve in that bathroom.
He says it's complete silence, and then he calls out to her. He says, Lynn? And, his voice is shaking. There's no response. He says, Lynn, I swear if you don't stop. And he's waiting for her to respond, but he says he hears nothing but the occasional drip of the shower. He says he's very scared. He doesn't want to open the door. It feels like a lifetime. And he says, I decide to get down on my knees and peer under the bathroom door. He said, he's peering under the bathroom door, and he says,
nothing I want to see.
I almost expected to see her peeking back at me.
Yeah.
Ew.
He said, but thankfully, all I could see was straight down the hallway to the top of the stairs, and she was nowhere to be seen. She's nowhere in the hallway. She's
I don't
not on
believe
the
it.
side of the door.
No, I don't believe it.
So he stands up, and he's getting ready to unlock the door, but he said, as his hand is hovering over the knob to open it, he hears that moan again.
Ew.
And he looks to his right.
Oh,
And he
no.
realizes that the closet where the towels are kept in the bathroom is slightly ajar.
Rich.
Absolutely not.
And
This
he
is messed up,
sees,
dude.
and he
Go
this
through
is, what,
walls?
this is what he says. He says, he sees her eyes looking at him
Dude.
through
The little slits.
the little slit in the door of the
Dang
shower
it.
of the shower
I'm
curtain.
sorry.
Shower,
and I
I'm sorry,
apologize to.
the closet.
Thanks,
Okay.
Roxy. Thanks for the
That's
break.
what she sounded like running
Uh,
across the tile. That was
No,
what.
I'm sorry. That's going to get you a beating. And I'm
Dude,
sorry to
this is
interview any future wife I
terrifying.
have.
Yeah, no, this is
It's
not.
gonna get a
This is
beating.
not Me Too territory. Okay, if
No, this is
you've
all
been
four
s-
limbs are swinging at you.
you've been scaring at me. You've been scaring me for months. You know,
No, scaring at
That's
me.
not his wife at this point.
right? Okay, so
Yeah,
she's in the towel closet. Okay, he says a
Nope.
short raspy
Might as
moan.
well be the Taliban.
Yeah, he says a short raspy moan bubbled up from her throat. He says
Ew.
it sent shivers through his body. He says
Bruh.
he gathers himself.
Thank you, dude.
He
I'll
gathers.
get there.
Yeah, he gathers himself long enough to open the bathroom door.
Nope.
He sprints, completely.
Naked.
He grabs his stuff. He
naked.
grabs a towel, and he
Yeah, I wanna
sprints.
picture
He
him.
grabs his underwear. He sprints to the car, leaving the front door of his house open, and he drives 45 minutes straight to his brother Chris's house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Naked.
In his underoos at this point, I think.
Yeah,
he grabbed
yeah,
his
yeah.
underoos,
Yeah.
grabbed his panties,
yeah.
and he's
Okay,
driving to his
okay.
brother's house. Okay.
Go ahead. Give me the bad news.
Okay. He gets to his brother's house.
Yes.
And he says to his
Mm.
brother and to his sister-in-law, Lynn and I just had a big fight. Can I stay here? And here's the
okay. He
thing.
covers for
He
her.
lies
Okay.
about
He
it.
covers
Why?
for her because here's the
Early
thing.
marriage.
I think
Yeah.
he's worried no
11
one's going to
months, man.
believe him. And if he tells,
Well, you gotta. Yeah.
and think about, put yourself in his shoes. If he tells them the truth, it's like, dude, your wife is pranking you and you're freaking out about it. It's hard to
Dude, yeah.
convey, I think,
Dude, I don't know about that. Man.
what she's
No,
done.
my current lover, she also had quirks, and it was like anytime I'd toss something up, she'd Pele kick it.
Oh, wow. Really?
That's
yeah.
talent.
I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, this is your thing.
That's cool. Yeah. From the first year of my marriage, I had to throw the food into Sarah's mouth. She had to catch it. Like she wanted
Right.
to like, do
She
right.
tricks.
didn't like, yeah.
Yeah, she wanted to do tricks.
That was
She
weird
broke-
with the wedding cake. Is that why the wedding cake was like that?
Well, she broke both of her wrists on the bachelorette party, and then that's what had to, it was a whole
Mm,
thing. And
That
so,
makes sense. Yeah. You were just helping her out.
cartwheels, handstands, the like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Just
yeah.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
they
Go
got into. Yeah. So,
We get it.
So here's the thing: he goes to his brother's house, and they welcome him in, and
Yeah, of course, brothers.
he says, I tried to sleep on their sofa. He said, but my brain wouldn't
No.
allow me
No,
to sleep.
dude.
yeah,
He said, every
Yeah.
time I closed my eyes, I saw my wife's face staring at me from inside the
dude,
closet.
that's gross.
He said, knowing that she had been in there with me, that she faked leaving the bathroom, she faked slamming the bathroom door in order to
Wow.
get into the
Okay, that's what he
closet.
thinks.
Oh, so
Okay,
he's
I thought it was- I thought-
yeah. He's gone a bit
I'm with
further
you.
than we have.
Yeah. So he says the mere thought of going back home gave him just
Seeing
severe
her freak
anxiety.
face look at me.
So he says, here's the thing. My brother Chris gave me a sleeping pill. And he
Oh,
says,
God.
so I could get a little bit of rest. So
Okay.
he says, I woke up as the sun was starting to rise. He said, my sore body was like kind of aching from the sofa and the night that I had had. He said he felt drained. He said, I knew I had to call my wife at some point, but I
No.
didn't know
We're
what to
divorced.
say to her. Yeah. He said,
No.
I just
Yeah.
wanted my old wife back. I wanted my normal
No.
wife back. He says, as I was contemplating calling her,
Oh my gosh.
he says he gets this feeling that feeling comes back that I'm being
He's
watched.
being watched. Yeah.
That something comes back.
Okay, gross.
He says my eyes. He's laying on the couch
It's
still.
his brother.
My eyes are. He said my eyes drifted up, away
Yeah.
from the
Ew,
ceiling,
up?
and
Oh
looks
my God.
and looks
Thanks, Rob.
over to the window next to
Yeah.
the couch where he's laying.
Gross,
and he says-
dude, I hate this lady.
There was my wife with her face pressed against the window,
So
behind the
fucking out.
couch, staring at me as if
Nope.
she had been there all night long.
Like nose
No.
smushed up against the window.
He said that the only sign that she had actually been there when she actually ran away from the window was the drool that
She
had come
ran,
out of her
okay.
mouth. Drool had come out of her mouth onto the window while she was face to press.
Dude,
Like,
thirst.
face to
Okay.
face.
I get it.
she is committed.
Now
Thirsty.
he tells
Yeah.
his brother,
Hate
and
this, though.
the brother and the sister-in-law and him go outside to
Ugh.
look where she had been, and he said there wasn't like footsteps, there wasn't like an obvious marking showing that she
Urine,
had been there.
feces, nothing.
Right, and so he gets the
Yeah.
impression that his family doesn't believe him.
Mm.
That Chris,
Well,
his
yeah, 'cause
brother,
it's kind
Bad
of
spot.
we got you're a one car household. How'd
Right.
you get over here?
Yeah,
Right.
100%. Dude, that's a great point.
That is a really good point.
He drove over here.
Thank you.
How'd
Yep.
she get here? 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
And
Dude,
he
that's
also
a
had taken
hike.
he also had taken a sleeping pill. So
Yeah.
there is a
Mm,
level
you-
of
Yeah.
unreliable
yeah.
narrator possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
I
so-
get it.
He says I called off work and I turned my
Good.
cell phone off. He's like, I just need a break. I didn't call the cops. I turned my cell phone off.
Yeah.
So a few days go by. He turns his phone
Yeah.
back on and he says,
Does he close the drapes? Because
I think they did, but I think for here he's like, I gotta give her one last chance to explain herself. I
Yeah, I
gotta
don't think
give
so.
her one more chance.
Okay. All right. She
So he
must be
says
super hot.
he turns his phone.
I hope.
He says I turn
Yeah.
my phone on, and I have
Oh,
all these
God.
like dozens of missed texts from my wife
Are they
saying
all images of her?
Yeah, I was gonna say
peeking?
it's just
Oh, for
pictures of
God.
her.
no
isn't it?
images, just
Okay.
SMS text messages saying,
Thank you.
"Can we talk? I love
No.
you. Please call me. I'm worried about you. Please come
Oh
home."
my God.
He said,
Okay.
"Here's the strange part. My wife doesn't text in shorthand. She texts like paragraphs. He's like, if she asked me to go get bread
Oh,
from the
yeah, she's a
store,
book-
she's
yeah.
sending a story." He's like, "This
Right.
is, even the text
Hey, babe,
messages
you remember
didn't
the time we had
feel
bread?
like
was
my
great.
wife." Right.
Yeah.
All right. So, basically, he's
okay.
debating on
Sneaky.
responding. His sister-in-law, says, maybe you owe her a visit. Maybe you should just go home and try to whatever. He says
Okay.
she seemed really upset. And then he responds,
Sure.
"What do you mean she seemed really upset? Like, when did you see her?"
Like
Oh.
I'm the upset one.
Yeah, and so he's asking
Yeah.
his sister-in-law, like,
But
when did
also how?
yeah, like, what are you talking about? She seemed upset.
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, while you were taking a nap the other day, she came by." And he said,
Okay.
Nope.
"Did she come in?" Sister-in-law says, "No, we talked in the driveway, but she says she loves you
Ugh.
and she's absolutely crushed. Can you just go see her? She
Why?
wants to see you." Well,
okay. So maybe from her POV,
right,
she comes home from her friends. He's not there,
right,
and she's like, "Dang, I've been busted."
100%. Yes.
Like cheating or whatever. She's got an AI boyfriend too. It's normal.
Well, yeah,
Is it?
I do
No.
think that I do think that there is a sense of he's trying his best to believe the best and go,
Of course.
maybe it's a
yeah.
mental health issue. Like you
Yeah.
said earlier, maybe
Oh,
it's a
dude,
schizophrenic.
yeah.
He get that at 25,
Yeah,
and
fair.
that's
that hot. That's why
Right.
I like him.
yeah. And so
Crazy about
He-
me or just crazy?
just
Either way, it's
Exactly.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Chris, or so I'm sorry. So this guy waits for his brother Chris to come home from work one day and says, "Hey, will
Oh,
you
good.
come? Will
Back
you
up.
come with me?" He says, "I
Yeah.
don't want to get the police involved just yet, but will you come with me
Mm.
to go home
Okay.
at the very least to get my stuff?
Right.
You know what I mean? At the very least to
Okay,
get my
yeah,
stuff."
yeah.
And so he says here, we drove over this morning just after breakfast. There was
Uh-huh.
no way I was going to go at nighttime, right?
No, not
Um,
a chance. Nothing
And
at night.
he says, my stomach's doing somersaults in the driveway. He says, when we pull up, the front door is
Yeah.
ajar. The front
Take
door is
that.
open.
Still
That's
open.
like her spot though. Dude.
Like-
Yes.
Like
she
open as
loves a
if
jar thing.
he left, drove 45 minutes to his brother's house,
that's
and
what
it was
you're saying.
never
Okay.
closed.
Spent days, yeah. She's come and gone
Oh,
multiple times.
No, I always see it as a peeking hole.
Right. She loves peeking. Yeah.
She likes ajar things. Dude.
Well, he says, okay, so when they pull up, even his brother says, I feel like we're being watched.
Yeah.
I
my
feel like
God.
something's not
Okay.
right.
yeah.
So when they get to the front porch, they open the door, and he said immediately they're hit with the smell of rot, like if something's rotten, rotten meat,
Okay.
the smell of rot.
Mm.
And so
Okay.
right. His brother says to him, trying to break the ice, "What do you guys clean the floors with around here? Like poop? You know what I
Dude,
mean?
that's
Like
a solid joke. Yeah.
like
I
it's
think
like,
a
yeah,
joke.
Right,
It
right,
diverts
right.
expectations. I get it.
well, I think it's what either one of us would do if one of us was in the situation. We
Yeah.
try to make it humorous to
Yeah.
try and help.
Yeah.
Who'd you
situation.
kill?
You guys using those Dove
Yeah.
plugins?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Right. So he says his eyes are darting around looking for any sign of his wife. He said, "Here's the issue." He said,
Peeking.
it was so dark in the house. They went to go flip the lights on and the power wouldn't come on. The power's been cut
Okay.
to the house. There's no power on in the
Wow,
house.
dude.
Okay.
Not a
Even
good sign.
strong.
Not
He
a good
says
sign.
the house is deadly quiet,
Mm-mm.
very dark. She has shut all the curtains. All the blinds are closed. Okay.
Okay, so
Well,
she did him a
in
favor.
quotes.
They
Yeah.
move through each room, carefully checking under any places that she would possibly hide. He's looking
Everywhere,
know
dude.
about.
She could be
Yeah.
anywhere.
He's looking under the couch, and he says to his brother, "Let's go ahead and go upstairs." So they go upstairs, and he says what he realizes on the staircase are crunched up pieces of glass. That there's like crunched up pieces of glass all up and down the stairs, like stuff's been shattered.
Mm.
And he
'Cause
notices
sometimes you throw glass down, and so you can hear people sneaking up on you.
like Home Alone. Yeah, maybe there's like a paint
Like
can
Home
at the
Alone.
top, and she's gonna
Yeah,
throw it
yeah,
down.
yeah.
The wet
But
bandits.
what's she playing?
Right. So he says that he gets up to the top of the stairs, and he's all of a sudden overwhelmed with like, man, this sucks. You know what I mean? Like this
Oh, it
sucks.
finally
Like,
hits him like this
it
is
hits
my
him.
life. Like we
yes,
bought this.
100.
together.
Yes,
Yeah.
my home is
Yeah.
destroyed. It smells awful now for some reason. They go into the bedroom, and he says
Oh, God.
his brother takes one look, and all the color leaves from his face because he says what they found in on the floor of the bedroom essentially was the cause of the smell. That soaking into the rug were at least a dozen animal eyeballs that had been separated from the animals. So just eyeballs on
Okay.
the floor. Okay.
Yeah.
This is messed
Okay.
up, dude.
Animal eyeballs got me.
And he said, they're tiny
That's
eyes.
gross.
So yeah. So
Yeah.
animal eyeballs, whatever. And
Huh.
and so he sees them, and the brother's trying to go like, hey man, like we gotta get out of here. We gotta
Because
call the
animal
cops
eyeballs is where I
or
draw the line.
or whatever.
Like,
Yeah.
We don't have
So
to explore anymore.
this guy says, all right.
Mhm.
He says, I grabbed my duffel bag. I shut the
Oh.
closet door. He says, I stepped into the hallway where my brother
oh my
is at.
God, dude. Put
And
blinders on.
right. And his brother says, under his breath, holy crap. And
Woof.
this guy turns
it.
back around again, and he says, under the bed, curled up on her
Nope.
side in the fetal position, he said his wife has that same look on her face, and she's watching them from under the bed, and she's smiling, like she's like
Hey,
just
yeah.
watching him from
Yep.
under the bed.
Dang
Okay,
it.
so he says her name softly. She doesn't respond. He gets down on his hands and knees,
Nope.
and he crawls towards her under the bed. She's under the bed.
Oh my God, sir!
And
She
he-
scuttled earlier.
Yes, and he knows she's a fast scuttler. He
Yeah.
knows that from
Yeah,
experience.
She can
Yeah,
get
of
up there in
course.
time to go to sleep.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Dude, yeah.
so
that's
so he
scary.
crawls towards her and he says, "I
Gross,
just
dude.
want to
Now
help
you're
you."
the aggressor.
Right. He says, "I just want to help you. Can you let me do that?" He says to her, and he says, "I took a single step forward, approaching her like she was a dangerous animal, essentially."
Yeah,
And he
yeah,
says,
of
"He says
course.
I love you," taking another step forward.
Okay.
He says he leans in further to get a better look at her, and he notices there's blood all over her hands. There's blood all over
Oh.
her shirt.
Yeah.
And he says, "Are you
Okay.
hurt? Are you okay?"
Yeah.
He says, "Sweetheart, you're bleeding." And he
She's
won-
been busy.
yeah, well, cutting eyeballs out of stuff.
Yeah.
And so
yeah, maybe it's not her blood.
so
eyeball blood.
he reaches in to try and like whatever. And when he does, she slices his arm with
She
the
has a
glass
weapon.
that's in her hand. She
Oh,
slices
okay.
Oh no.
his arm.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow, she's gone primitive. Okay.
He says like he
A house
backs
full of knives, and
Yes.
she's holding glass.
Yeah.
Cool.
He backs up and retreats.
course.
He and his brother start sprinting down the stairs. But as he gets
Hate it.
halfway down the stairs, he realizes he hears her sprinting after him.
She's coming.
Nope.
She's
Nope,
coming
nope,
for
nope,
him
nope,
at this
nope,
point.
Nope, nope,
No, no
Is
games
he
are being
trained? Does
played.
he have military experience or anything?
No, I'm out the front door.
Oh.
Yeah, he's sprinting. Right when he
Yeah.
gets to the front door, she lunges at him,
Of course she would. Yeah.
jumps onto his back, and he says, "I begin feeling the most searing pain over and over again in my shoulder."
That's
Ah.
probably stab wounds from glass.
Because she was jumping
Just
onto
me.
his back and just
Yeah.
like as a little backpack.
Where's the brother?
A crazy little backpack. He went out
Well,
little
he's already
first.
he's first out.
He's
yeah.
faster,
Oh,
and
shit.
she's
Yes.
just going to town on his
Well,
shoulder.
that's the
meat.
thing with the Navy SEALs. They go one brother first, and then the next one.
That's right. And so, he gets away from her. He's able to fight her off.
Yeah.
Chris is calling 911.
Out in the front yard.
The brother's calling 911 at this
Yeah, yeah,
point,
yeah.
right? He says they jump in the car. His brother's on the phone with 911. He watches in the rearview mirror. Basically they go straight to the ER. He gets 11 stitches in his arm, 3 on his back. And
Dude, she's weak on the back.
the police ask him a lot of questions. And they go back to
Yeah.
his house to search
I'm
for
not
his
telling that story.
The police go back to his house to search for his wife. Of course, she's not there. The
course.
police advise
What
him.
about the eyeballs?
Well, the police
they-
advise
they're
him
gone too,
that
yeah.
it's now a crime scene, and
Okay, because I was stabbed.
he doesn't want to stay at his brother's house because she knows where that's at. So he says,
Motel 6.
I'm going to go get a hotel. Right.
Yeah,
He
of
goes to
course.
get a
Smart.
hotel.
Double tree.
And so he says here at the end of his letter, he says, and this is where I've been for the last 4 hours at this hotel. He says,
Oh my God.
he says, I thought maybe the police would find her and maybe get her the help she desperately needs. But he says, now I don't think so. Because 40 minutes ago, he said, I got a text from an unknown number with just 3 words that says, I found you.
Oh my God, dude. That's the worst.
Dang.
And he says,
and why?
he says, I've started writing this letter immediately after. I don't know what to do, but I can't shake the feeling
Rip, dude.
that I'm being watched. How
Rip.
good,
Dude.
bro.
As
I didn't like that
a
at
weird
all.
way
I
to track
think
you down.
that was rude
and
of you,
it's,
Wayne.
and it's tough because, again, I think the connection is it's somebody that you care about. I think most people aren't used to
'cause it's
fear being attached to
there's
someone
two
that
wolves
you love.
that live inside of me. One
That's
that's
right.
horny and one that's sane.
100%.
Yeah.
And Josh has said that for a while. And
Yep.
which one do you feed the most? You said before.
The sane one. You got
That's
to.
right.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
so-
yeah.
and
If not, you end up crazy.
Yeah. And dude, so I want to say this. When I read this, I genuinely was like, man, I don't know. I think it feels a bit much for our show. But then I remembered,
Yeah, it was.
but I remember the folks who tuned in
We'll
for
find out.
October. Yeah, like they want scary, and then we give them scary, and they're like, it's not scary enough. And it's like, well, hang on to
Yeah,
your
This
scary enough.
one
It's
is
real life.
crazy.
Yeah, this is real life.
But it's nice that she took fitness serious.
I agree.
Yeah.
And fast and agile, which is beneficial
Yeah.
on the honeymoon, right? But then once you
But
settle
then
into
it's
life,
like 11 months in, it's like I've seen the show.
I will say this. I think more than any other scare, more than the shower scare, her pretending to leave and staying in the closet,
Dude, that was
that's
messed up.
sneaky.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
takes
yeah.
a little- That's a little amygdala has to kick in.
psychological.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
that is like enemy of
And
the
wait
state.
him out.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
40
She waited
minutes.
for him to like look under the door.
Yeah.
She waited
could
for
have
him to
stomped
try
him,
and
or
open.
whatever her intention was.
Well, yeah.
Stab
I
him?
mean, a good scare requires patience, doesn't it? I
Does,
mean,
yes.
Yeah. The Viet
I-
Cong said that.
The Viet Cong said that, and I want to read some of
Yeah.
the live chat here. Someone, Anthony said that's why you have a concealed carry.
Conceal carry wins. Yeah.
Yeah, well, but
Well, it's
I,
open carry in Florida now, yeah?
it is. But I want to push
Mhm.
back gently and remind our listeners here that like this was his spouse, and so I understand there's fright attached to it.
Yeah.
But until the glass,
Can you kill your spouse with a gun if she's also a demon? That's like the age-old question.
Yeah, yeah. So this whole time he's convinced that she's still just playing a prank.
it's a bit of him.
But
He's
the
a
worst prank
he's a
ever.
bit of a buffoon, isn't
Yeah.
he? He's a bit aloof. But I will
It
say,
feels like he's in that 90-day, like, what, puppy love.
yeah. Well, I
Where you
yeah,
just
Yeah.
keep making excuses for him.
Yeah.
I just want to say this though, man, because like I think personally it's scarier if it's not a demon and if it's not supernatural. If it's just her choosing to do this, that's way scarier to me than it being some
Mm.
kind of like supernatural force upon
Okay.
her. Like
Sure.
she just
Yeah,
lost
no,
it
that's true. Yeah.
because we're all a bit fragile if we really push it. So I feel like. I
Yeah.
mean, who knows what could cause us to maybe, next thing you know, like Jess looks down and Emily's
Kate's
popping out
there.
from the couch or something. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
never know when a scare is going to happen.
Yeah.
Dude,
Luke
I
is
know,
ready
I
to
get
go
it.
home. He's saying wrap it
Okay,
up.
Luke's.
Yeah.
Well, it's weird because Jess is the one that's yawned 15 times.
Okay.
I thought Wayne's story was
Just dox
interesting.
me
Jess
on
was
this.
like,
Dude, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't notice it. at all.
no, you had a long day at Fin Suite.
Episode 348, man.
We love you, Jess.
Sponsored by
I
Fin
love you
Suite
too.
and Taco Bell and this guy's crazy wife. There
Yeah,
it
had
is.
to
Keep
find
tuning in. We have one more week
Can't
of
wait.
spooky. Next week is our actual Halloween episode. If you thought
woof,
tonight
dude.
was bad, babe, next week's going to be way
Oh,
easier because
I'm not showing up next week.
yeah, I'm not
No.
going to.
We're gonna have like
upon you.
just scary stories told by people we know.
people
That's
that
what
we
we're
love.
calling the episode.
Yeah, it's called Scary Stories Told by People That We Know. And that's something that
Yeah.
I think is going to be a lot of fun. Luke organized it. It's his idea. And yeah, so if you don't like it, email Luke at FromOffham.com.
And maybe I can get some scary stories from Maine and work,
That'd be
and
kinda
then maybe
cool.
we can have some Floridians read them.
That's kind of cool.
That'd
I
be
like
great.
that
It's
idea,
gonna be
man.
great.
Yeah, just different accent, right?
Hey, yeah.
we'll change like red hot dogs to normal hot dogs.
Yeah, whatever you guys do up there, just make it American for us. Make it Florida for us, right?
Yeah, whoopie pies.
Whoopie pies.
Yeah.
FM OFM podcast. Find out more about us, man. We love you. Thanks for tuning in, and we're praying for you tonight as you go to bed scared. You know what I mean?
No, we're not.
Josh
No.
isn't. I am.
I am.
Jesse is.
Well, okay. I'm double not.
And
Way down upon the Swanee River, far, far away. That's where my heart is yearning, never home where the old folks stay.